One of the problems I see with photographers during sales and negotiation and pricing is they usually think the client is the problem. A lot of times, really, it is you, it is the photographer that's the problem because you think it is because the client doesn't want to pay your price. But usually, it is also because you yourself, you don't believe you are worth that price that you're calling. And if you don't believe it, how else do you expect anybody else to believe it for you? You can't sell me on your value if you haven't sold yourself on that value first. Before you can charge any price at all, you first have to believe deep down that you deserve that price, that you deserve that amount, any price, because your self value sets the tone for how other people will treat your work. If you undervalue yourself, clients too will undervalue you. If you are scared to say your price, if you are hesitating to say your price, they can sense it, they can feel it, and they can know that you don't really believe in this price, or you don't really believe that your work is worth the price you are calling for it. But when you say it with the quiet confidence of somebody who knows what they are actually bringing to the table, then everything shifts. And one of the objections I hear about people when it comes to pricing is you say things like, I don't have the experience to charge a particular amount of price. That's true, experience matters. But if you have read my book, Pricing Photography, then you will know that experience, which means years of experience, is only one of the value drivers that determine the value you are bringing. So if you don't have years of experience, there are other value drivers that you can bring that will drive up the value of your work even if you don't have years of experience. That's why you should read that book. There's speed, there is proximity, there is access, there is transformation, there is creativity, there is association, there is convenience. Even the way you make somebody feel when they're in front of the camera, that value also has a price. At the end of the day, you're not charging for the ability to press a shutter button. The price you are charging should be based on the value that comes. And like I said, there are many things that drive up your value. Go and read the book. This is why you need to know what your value drivers are. Because when you know what your value drivers are, then you will have confidence to name your price. You have that self value because you know what I'm bringing now. The reason why you're scared to name your price is because you don't even know your value. You just think all you're doing is pressing a button, and if that's the only value you bring, then please charge the price of pressing a button. But if you don't know the value you bring, you're trying to charge other prices, especially if you're trying to copy other people's prices who already know the value they bring, they believe in that value, they know how to defend it. And you've never figured out what your values are or the values that you bring, and you want to copy them, you're making a big mistake. First thing is discover what makes up the value of your work. And then when you know that value, you can now believe it and charge a price commensurate to the value you bring. So when people talk about your price that is too much, you can address it because you know the value of values you bring. And if you don't know the values you bring, go and read the book again. If you want more of this after this whole 30 days period has ended, I'm not going to be releasing any photography insight again publicly. Only those who are in my inner circle are going to be getting this kind of insights. And the only way to join the inner circle is if you have a ticket. The ticket is my book. If you've purchased my book, then you automatically have access to the inner circle. The book is 20K, but it currently has been discounted for 7K till 30th of January. After 30th of January, it's going to go back to 20K. And once you get the book, you'll be automatically redirected to join the inner circle.